This is what you saved your lunch money for. To the green here at Kokomo. You're going to race off into turns 1 and 2. The high side flying for the 92. The Moose going to gallop off here in the number 92. It will be Stockin coming around to lead lap number 1. Robert Ballou fighting to the inside. Tries to hold on to second. Mole's going to beat him to the punch. Mole's able to work onto the top and hold on to the second spot. Not for long. Here comes Ballou down to the inside with the Moose racing number 92 right now with the advantage. It'll be Stockin leading. Ballou running in second. A little bit of a weeble wobble the inside line there through turns 3 and 4. Mole's running in third. Cummins running in the 4th spot. He's going to be challenged by Gunnar Setzer, though. Here comes the 5 down to the inside. Stockin and Ballou working middle to bottom of the racetrack. They'll come around to the front straightaway, and they have found the back of the field. Here comes Robert looking to the inside. Wheel to wheel for the race lead. Advantage still to Stockin. Chase Stockin holds on to the race lead. Robert Ballou still right there in second, working inside, round to the front straightaway. The Madman going to take over in this one. Robert Ballou, a 2-time winner here at Kokomo this season outside of USAC national competition, trying to add a USAC score in the season here. Sneaking back to that battle for the 3rd spot for a second. Moles with Danner looking to the inside. Here comes Briggs with the short slide. They'll tag bumpers onto the front straightaway, and Danner's going to take over 3rd. Briggs Danner has had a monumental night so far. Was your quick qualifier, won his heat race, and now has fought his way up onto the podium. Putting lap cars aplenty between himself and the 92, and it's going to be Stockin with some company here. As caution lights come on, we got one stopped over on the high side of turns 1 and 2. That is Shelby Hinton. Trying to go back to victory lane, Stockin. Trying to come after him here as we go back to green. Briggs Danner on the outside. In the meantime, he's going to grab second. He's going to look for the race lead. Here comes the slide for the 39. Briggs Danner, what a restart. Up to the lead for a moment. Robert Ballou's going to take it back in 12. The Madman coming back to the race lead. Briggs Danner not giving up. Caution. We have got him piled up over in turn number 4 as we go back to green. Stockin going to go to the cushion this time, trying to protect the charge of the 39. Danner, in the meantime, going to look to the inside, takes second anyway as they work off into turns 3 and 4. Not able to get up and challenge Ballou quite yet, as he's going to have to fend off the charge of the 92 machine. Stockin back to the inside, trying to retake second. Danner with a good run to the outside. He's going to have it as they work off into turns 3 and 4. Giving chase to the 12 of Ballou. Danner going to back her a little bit too hard to the outside. Stockin's there to capitalize. Retake second. Danner back to third. Moles and Kevin Thomas Jr. That'll be your top 5 for a minute here. Kyle Cummins fighting back to the outside in 3. Side by side with that second spot. Both drivers fly the Hoosiers through turns 3 and 4. Danner down to the inside. He's got it. Robert Ballou in the meantime turned to the fastest lap of the race so far, a 13.553. Danner in second. Chase Stockin still chasing him. Problems for Braden Cromwell. The 4 going to turn it down to the infield. Done early tonight. Briggs up to the outside, trying to build some momentum here and see if he can get a run on Robert Ballou. Trails by 1.366 seconds. As we come around this time, it'll be 6 laps remaining. Robert Ballou leading. Danner bobbles her off of the cushion. Stockin back to the inside. Hangs the Hoosiers off of turn number 4 up in that second spot. Mitchell Moles a distant 4th right now. Colin Cummins in the meantime into the 5th position. Kevin Thomas Jr. running a 6th. Logan Seavey in 7th. C.J. Leary in 8th. Gunnar Setzer and Ricky Lewis in the 41 has made his way into the top 10. Robert Ballou from 3rd to 1st in this one. Briggs Danner back into 2nd. Traffic going to block the high side a little bit here as Danner was able to make him another 1/10 of a second. White flag set to come out. Here comes Briggs Danner. He's going to close quickly as they come around to the final trip here at Kokomo. Robert Ballou might have some company. They'll work into turns 1 and 2. Held up behind the 2B. Here comes the 39 down to the outside line as they work onto the back straightaway. Robert to the inside. Briggs Danner to the outside. For all the marbles at Kokomo, the drag race to the checker flag. Briggs Danner is going to get the job done. It's Danner at the line in 39. Robert Ballou in 2nd. Chase Stockin in 3rd. Mitchell Moles in 4th. And Kyle Cummins unofficially your top 5 here tonight.